Hello,
Hi, Kevin.
how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
I've actually been live with you before.
Okay. How old are you?
I am 28.
All right. So, are you surprised that women have backup plans?
I mean, it's not a good thing, but it's a good thing to have a backup plan. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Okay.
And what is your? Are you married?
No, I'm not. But
Would you have a backup plan?
it's not that I have a backup plan, but I think it's smart to have a backup plan
Why?
because, for example, you are in a relationship, right? Um, but the man that you're with isn't treating you the way that you feel like you should be treated or how you deserve to be treated. So it's always good to have a backup plan. But I'm not saying have a backup plan because you should be faithful to your man always, no matter what.
Okay. Have you been drinking?
Have you been drinking?
No, we don't. You know how that goes.
Oh, okay, yeah, I have.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, we don't do it. I don't play that
No, the
snarky
same
ass
thing as
comment.
last time,
No, I
Kevin.
don't. But I don't play that snarky comment.
No, but no, the thing
Okay. Okay. So here's the
I
thing.
have been
Okay.
drinking. Same thing as last time I went live with you. I was drinking.
Yeah. Last notice. I'm going to answer your question. I'm going to respond to your statement.
All right, go ahead.
If you're saying a man is not treating you right, get another man.
But the thing is, you
No,
want
no,
the
no,
man
no,
to
no,
have
no, no, no,
a
no, no, no. Because if I flipped it up and saying if your woman ain't doing what you want to, and I told a man to go out and get some more, you wouldn't like it. See, if don't do anything in the dark that you wouldn't want to be done to you.
Okay. Yeah,
I
you're
mean,
right about that.
I'm not opposed to it because if instead of the backup plan, why don't you address the relationship issue?
Because a lot of times, I mean, the option. Okay, first of all, where I come from, you don't have plenty of options compared to.
The man you're with is your man.
Okay, the man I'm with. Okay, for example, I'm with a man right now. He's my
No,
option.
okay, right. And if he's not treating you right, better to tell him I'm not. You're not treating me this way or that way,
He's
and
not.
let.
Okay, so if the man I'm with is not treating me the way that I want to be treated, I actually, because you're really good and I like agree with you like 95% of the time. So if I wanted your advice, can you give me advice right now? Like where?
Did you
Because
hear
you
what I
always talk
did?
about
Did you hear what?
you
Did you hear what
always
I
talk
said?
about a good quality man. Where do I go to
Did
find
you
that?
hear what I said? Okay, I can't talk to a drunk person. Can't talk to a drunk person. All right, ladies, understand something. Even though some folks get nervous, be out drinking, having a good time. See, I want to deal with what she said though, because there was a point. Women like her think that, well, have a backup plan in case your man ain't treating you right. That's You need to be able to communicate to your partner, your man, and say, hey, I'm not getting the A, B, and C. Or else, why are you there? Because let me flip it up. Your woman ain't giving you head like you want her to. Your woman ain't throwing it back. Your woman ain't doing this. So a man should be able to just say, well, instead of going to my woman and telling her this or that, I'm just gonna go get it from somewhere else. See, what that is immaturity and low relational skills. The entitled notion that instead of doing the hard work of conflict resolution and management, I just go get another man. The problem is, young lady, you're cute, but that cute's going to run out. And when you're 40 years old and the gravity is taking hold, because I believe she's already got a kid or something like that, it's not going to be so cute anymore. And the problem is, you're going to still have the same relationship skills as a 20-something-year-old. Think about what I'm talking about. We're talking about modern women. You talk about you want to be married and have these long relationships. They take work. They take conflict resolution and conflict management skills. You can't just, no, we've already had it. That's enough. You've been drinking. I've been drinking. I've been thinking. So here's what we're going to do. We'll do this. See? Look how easy it is for women just to justify bad behavior. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to talk to him. I could just say, well, because he's not treating me right, let me go exercise an option. You gonna give him a chance to address it? Oh, blessing hole. Oh my God. You gonna give a man a chance to address it? Or is it just what? Well, I got a man over here now because.
Hey, Kevin.
Hello, how old are you?
I'm 29.
First name?
Lola.
Okay, Lola, what's your criticism or critique?
Well, firstly, I want to say I think it's your delivery. Even though what you say does not stop, I mean, the way you deliver it doesn't take away from the facts. I feel that because of the way you say you want to help Black women, especially the Black community, and we have a lot of issues with always having our defense up. So I feel like sometimes your delivery could be a little bit harsh, especially to women who are just ignorant and don't know. And I feel like if you want to educate, I'm not saying you have to talk all studious all the time or anything, but it would be good that if you could get down on our level in a way and explain, because we have a hard time of understanding things.
So,
And I'm
hold on, you're going on a little bit long. The tone. How long have you been watching my content?
for about a year.
So when things go off the rail, I come in and treat women that way. I automatically go from 0 to 100.
No, I didn't say that you go from 0 to 100. I'm just saying
the tone matches. I mirror.
Say that again.
I mirror.
Okay.
I find it interesting that women have such an issue with the tone, and you ladies don't seem to have the same issue with the woman's behavior first.
I don't think it's mostly the tone. It's just your delivery. The tone is okay.
The delivery, the tone, it doesn't start off that way.
That's understandable, and I know that. I'm just saying because of the fact, here's what my point is. Us Black women, we have the end of the stick, okay? Whether it's because we induced it or because of our past, okay? And I feel that we are...
No, you don't. You don't. You don't.
Why would you say we don't?
Here's the simple thing. Talk to Black men like you talk to your white boss. And that's all we need from you. Talk to us. Excuse me. Listen. Process. Listen to what I'm saying.
I'm listening.
Black women know how to check all of that when their job is on the line. Talk to us like we're your white boss, and we got no more problems. Now your turn.
Okay. I understand that part, and I guess that's not the part I'm mostly getting at. Because I personally seen lives that you done with certain women where I understood where they were trying to come from, and because of your philosophy, I can see why they were thinking on that end, because I used to think that way. And I'm a little bit more clearer with thinking because of the way I've known how to be submissive. I know what it is to, be in the presence of a real man. And if I see one that's not a real man, I move out the way because of my submissiveness. And it helps me to spot out the good and the bad in men. A lot of women don't know that. Huh?
10 seconds. You're kind of starting to go on. So I'm saying about another 10 seconds.
Oh, okay. All I'm saying is that I just feel just the way that you explain it. It's not about your tone. The way you come off of it and the way you just be a little bit on the rude side with it. I just feel it's just harder for us.
No. Do you watch the Average at Best video?
Yes.
About how long was that video?
Was not almost 2 hours, I believe.
The video, the Average at Best video, the segment with that conversation.
Okay, I don't know. I think I've just seen the whole live on that, if I'm not.
But when I did the Average at Best video, the conversation, about how long was that conversation with that woman?
I'm not sure, Kevin, but I'm not sure.
It was almost 23 minutes.
Okay.
And people want to talk about the last 4 minutes. Everything you're asking, be understanding, break it down, talk to in a certain way, was done at least 10 times. I'm a professional. When I talk to people, I meet them at their level, and my patience rivals that of Job. There are people in the comment section daily say, I don't know how you do it. And yet I get women like yourself asking for more patience. No. If you're saying break it down, nope, level up like I'm a white man. Here's my retort to the tone conversation. Approach me like you'd have to approach a white man you were trying to marry you. Then we got no more problems. Step to me like you step to a white man who's paying your paycheck. Treat me like you treat the white man, and we got no more issues.
But Kevin, not
Because then
everyone.
the ownership is on you, women, to do better, not
And
me.
I agree.
Then what's the retort?
Oh, I'm ready to talk? Okay. My whole thing is this. You keep on saying the tone. I'm going to give you an example.
Tone, delivery, it's interchangeable. Tone, delivery, the way I come across. It's all the same thing.
Okay, so you're pretty much just saying, just to end it off. So in a whole gist, you're just pretty much saying that when it comes to women, and not even women, I've seen a couple of men, and for some reason I don't feel sorry for them, but you're just pretty much saying, like, if they don't get it, it's just kind of like, just get with it or get lost kind of situation when it comes to you trying to help other people. Because honestly, I really don't have an issue with anything you talk about. I just love it because...
Yes, because in our particular community, if Black women want to get a better job, they know they can't just have a high school diploma. They know that they got to go to a junior college or a college. They know they got to go sign that paper to get in debt. They know they got to go to class. They know they got to do a bunch of stuff just to put themselves in a position to go work in somebody's company to get a job. You know what Black men are saying? Take that same can-do, figured-out spirit and learn how to be my wife. Like every other group of women on this planet. Treat Black men like you treat the white man in your mind, and we got no more problems. Because I don't hear Black women telling white men to moderate their tone. I don't hear Black women telling white institute, you need to do this or do that. No, they figure it out. What you're basically asking us to do is to continue to coddle and settle, and you're asking us to do more work. The men aren't going to do it. You shaking your head?
That's not what I'm saying as men.
But that's what it is.
Specifically about you.
But
I'm not saying
okay,
men in general.
and the answer is
you told me
no.
to critique you, Kevin.
The answer, and the answer is when Simon Cowell, Jordan Ramsey, Kevin O'Leary, Donald Trump, any white man in a position of power who speaks his mind, their women get in line. Our women tell us, watch your tone. I ain't watching my tone. I own you. You own the kids. God owns me. We report up. Get in line. We're not equals. If my tone is harsh, get out of a man's presence. But stop trying to get a man to be like a woman. Because those men who act like that, you call them bitches. And it's not going to happen. Do you want men who can lead and fight and defend and protect?
Kevin, you keep on talking
about. Do you
men
want men who can fight?
Yes, of course, but
then
that's
you
not...
gotta take everything that comes with it.
Okay, Kevin. I guess we'll agree to disagree. I guess you're talking generally. I'm talking specifically on you educating the women.
And I'm telling you, when I look at my non-black counterparts who do what I do, they don't have to hear this tone stuff from their women. They don't have to hear the same thing because their women expect men to speak in a powerful tone. Our women have grown accustomed to men kowtowing and not saying what's on our mind. Like women often say, it's a new day. Sis, it's a new day. This is the new Black man. And it's only gonna grow bigger. Y'all better get used to the tone because we all y'all got. I appreciate what you're saying.
I think you're kind of missing the point.
I get what you're saying, but it's not, ma'am, I've heard this for 3 years. I'm not going to talk like Steve Harvey or these other people. And
I told you in the beginning,
I'm not going to
that's
do
not
any
what
of
I'm
that.
saying.
I'm not going to, but bottom line, man, then who, okay, here's a question for you.
We'll agree to disagree,
Hold
Kevin.
on. Whose tone should what Black man has the right tone? How about that?
Okay, so I'm going to specify what tone I'm talking about. I'm talking about when it comes down to these women trying to say, why...
Give me an example. Give me an example of a Black man whose tone
like
is
a woman Excuse me,
A
say that again?
black man. Give me an example of a black man whose tone is about right.
I'm not. See, because I don't think you're getting. It's not
Stop. No,
about
no,
black men
stop.
in
Tone,
general.
delivery, whatever it is you're talking about, give me the example of a black man who has it about right. Don't get stuck on the word tone. Outcome.
That's
Ma'am, give me an example of a man who's
my
doing it.
husband. I guess my husband.
Don't nobody know your husband.
All right then, but I don't specifically.
Okay, ma'am. I'm not asking you a trick question.
I do not know of a black man randomly who's a celebrity. I can say their tone is right, like, because I guess the way I'm trying to explain.
Then how do you? Okay, listen what you just said. You want me to do something or improve something, and you can't even point to an example.
Kevin.
Ma'am, that's
okay.
Understand. That's what you just said.
Can I
I'm
say one
asking
thing?
you for an ma'am. Calm down. Hold on. Follow me here. I think we're somewhere. You want your kid to make up a bed. You show them how to make up a bed. You give them an example. You don't say figure it out or how my cousin used to do it. Give me an example of a man, not your husband. I don't know him.
I don't know, Uncle Phil from freaking Fresh Prince or something. Can I just say one thing? Let me explain something.
No. I want you to see what I want you to do is if this is a big enough thing for you to ask me to do, I'm willing to hear you, but you gotta meet me where I'm. See, this is one of the issues.
Oh,
stop! I need you to stop. I need you to stop. This is one of the big issues. Our women do not want to give us what we need to get better. I'm asking you, give me an example, and you're just like, whatever, Uncle Phil. If it ain't Uncle Phil, don't tell me Uncle Phil. Don't move forward. Do not pass go. Stay right here and think about an example. If it's that important to where you got on here to talk to me, I'm listening. Give me the respect of giving me an example. Think about it.
So you want me to give you an example of a man whose tone is good? Pretty much you're saying?
An example of a man whose delivery, whatever you want to call it, you understand the overall sentiment, not your husband.
I wouldn't. I don't know.
So what I want you to understand,
so do you mean like, can I say
no, ma'am, what I want you to understand is you want me to do something and I'm asking you how to, and you're not even telling me what it is. How can I do that? How can I change my delivery? How can I change my tone if you can't tell me and show me an example?
Can I give you an example of what I mean of something that
you give me an example of a man. You give me an example of a person, because you have to be okay. See, there's something. Excuse me. There's something in your mind that you're comparing this to. There's an example you're comparing this to. What's that example?
I'm comparing to an example on, for example, if a woman calls and she says she has 3 kids.
A man, not no. And who has the right tone, delivery? What's the example?
I told you Farrakhan. I gave you him as an example.
Farrakhan.
He's a great teacher. I love the way he teaches and he puts things across.
You want me? You say I should Farrakhan.
I didn't say.
Excuse me, Farrakhan.
You're trying to twist my words.
I want to be clear. Stop. I want to be clear. Are you saying Minister Louis Farrakhan is an example? Is that what you're saying?
You just broke up. Can you say that again?
Are you saying Minister Louis Farrakhan?
I'm just giving that as an example of somebody who teaches in.
Okay, ma'am. Have you heard? Farrakhan is far harsher than I am.
Can I speak and say something?
Sure.
Because you're asking questions and I feel like you're leading a narrative somewhere. Listen, when it comes to
everybody in the chat room seems to get it. You don't get it.
You're not letting me explain at all. Like, I'm trying to just get something across.
30 seconds, go.
Okay. I'm trying to say, when I'm explaining to you your delivery as a man, the way you speak, if you were a husband or just a man out there, that's great. The same way I feel that a woman in the workplace should be a little bit aggressive, but when it comes to her home, she should be feminine. So you're talking to me about other men when that's not the issue. I don't have, a man should be a leader and should not have to listen to anything that a woman says, especially if he's a real man. But I'm talking to you as a person that has a platform that is teaching. Whether you were a man or a woman, I would have told you the same thing. So it doesn't come down to necessarily anything of you being a man. I'm just talking when
All
you're
right, ma'am,
educated people.
okay, hold on. Ma'am, I grew up listening to pastors and preachers. And let me tell you, what I'm saying is light. What I'm saying, growing up in the Baptist church, see, we don't even preach sin in today's church. We got single mothers with 3 kids by 4 different dudes sitting on the front aisle. I grew up in the Christian church, Baptist, then went to Church of God in Christ. I hung with members of the Nation of Islam, Fruit of Islam. And let me tell you something. Those men talked about something a hell of a lot different. See, our problem is our women aren't used to any criticism or critique. It is what it is. The tone is going to be what it is. And you want me to go between Farrakhan and Uncle Phil? Uncle Phil is a character.
You're literally just trying to drag words out of me to make it seem.
I answered the question 18 different times. See, my thing is, I want you guys to understand, they want us to be things they can't even. You got to give a man an example. Y'all want men to do something different? Give me an example. Talk to me like my husband. Could you imagine if I talk like Farrakhan? Farrakhan?